This story is about a beast tamer who got rejected by his friends because they didn't think he was useful to their group. One day, Rain was told by his friends that he was being kicked out of the group. He thought they were joking, but they were serious. His only job was to carry stuff and point out targets for his friends during fights. But they didn't appreciate him because they still thought he was useless. However, the kids in the group admired him because he was good at taming animals. They wanted to be like him one day. So, Rain decided to join the Adventurers Guild. Before he could become a full adventurer, he had to pass 2 tests, killing 10 goblins and collecting medicinal herbs. The guild was worried if he could do it because he was just a lowly beast tamer. But Rain used his ability to command animals to help him find the goblins. With their help, he easily completed the first mission. Then, he heard a woman scream. He rushed to her and saw a big tiger about to attack her. He attacked the tiger, but his dagger broke. He told the woman to run, but she surprised him by attacking the tiger herself and defeating it with one blow. When he looked closer, he saw that the woman was actually a cat spirit, a rare creature. The cat spirit introduced herself as Kanade, and as they walked, they talked about themselves. Kanade said she was traveling because she was bored in her village, while Rain mentioned he was taking tests to become a full adventurer. He also said he used to be in a group of recognized heroes but got kicked out because they thought he was weak and just a lowly beast tamer. For Kanade, it was better that Rain left the group because she felt he wouldn't have a good future with them. She believed Rain's abilities were special, even thinking that he could tame her, a cat spirit. Rain wasn't expecting to be able to do it, but when Kanade asked, he tried and succeeded in taming her. From then on, Kanade became one of Rain's companions, and they agreed to help each other. As Rain continued his mission, Kanade was surprised to see him tame all the rabbits they found at once. Normally, a beast tamer could only tame one, but Rain managed to tame many rabbits simultaneously. Another surprise for Kanade was that Rain could still tame others even though she was already being tamed by him. Rain didn't think it was a big deal, but Kanade thought it was impossible and had never heard of anyone doing what he did. After Rain finished his test requirements, he went straight back to the guild. He passed the tests and became a full adventurer, but the reward he got was small. He knew it wouldn't be enough for him to rent a place to live. So, he and Kanade decided to take another mission right away to save up more money. Suddenly, another adventurer approached them. When he found out Rain was just a beast tamer who tamed a cat spirit, he laughed at him. He didn't believe Rain could do that, so he challenged Rain to arm wrestling and wanted Kanade to be the prize if Rain accepted. Rain thought if he refused, Kanade might be in danger because he knew the guy wouldn't stop bothering her. So, he agreed to the challenge. When they started, Rain quickly defeated the guy. Rain couldn't believe he won, and the guy was still in pain. Kanade told him it was because of her cat spirit power, as there was a contract between them. After that, they continued their journey to finish their mission. While gathering herbs, Kanade suddenly heard someone shouting. It turned out to be the Aben Fangs, a well-known group, bullying an old man. Rain didn't hesitate to help the old man and rushed to the group to beat them up. Kanade helped the old man but was worried about Rain because he had many opponents to defeat. As she watched him, Kanade felt strange and her heart beat faster. When Rain defeated all the enemies, Kanade's face was still blushing. Since the group was known in the area, the old man was worried that the other members would come after them for revenge. So, Rain decided to find the hideout of the Aben Fangs to ensure they wouldn't target weak people anymore. Though unsure where to start, they began searching for the enemies. Kanade was worried they might face many of its members. After a while, they found the hideout of the Aben Fangs with the help of the animals Rain tamed. Rain told her the plan he came up with to defeat them. He said he would use a type of bee that could paralyze anyone stung by it for 12 hours, which would be very useful. Kanade asked how Rain, as a beast tamer, could tame insects. Rain explained that he underwent training but wasn't yet skilled in it. He ordered Kanade to return to the guild to ask for help from other adventurers and soldiers. Meanwhile, Rain's 2 former female groupmates were out of breath after escaping from something. They failed their mission because they encountered a group of bandits. They were with a man who was also a beast tamer, but he was useless to them. They wanted him to tame many animals so they could find a safe place to go, like Rain did before. However, the beast tamer told them it was impossible for him to do what they wanted. He explained that if a beast tamer tried to tame 2 or more creatures, their body would weaken. The girls wondered how Rain could do this impossible thing. Then they threatened the beast tamer that nobody should know they failed the mission, or else he would be in danger. They didn't want their group's reputation to be destroyed, so they asked him to take all the blame for the failed mission. Meanwhile, Rain began attacking the enemy's hideout with the bees. The Abin Fong members couldn't defend themselves after this unexpected attack. Shortly after, Kanade's help arrived, and they immediately arrested the Abin Fong members. Suddenly, they felt an earthquake and heard a strange sound. They saw 3 monsters emerge from the darkness, the king lizards. They wondered why C-rank monsters were lurking in the area. Despite the surprise attack, Rain and Kanade quickly defeated these creatures. Since they captured the Abin Fong members, Rain was given a promotion and received a big reward. With this, they were able to buy the food they wanted and rent a place to live. Rain was so lucky that day that even Kanade would stay in the same room. He pretended to leave because he didn't want Kanade to feel uncomfortable, but deep inside, he wanted to stay there too. The next day, they returned to the guild to take another mission. The receptionist recommended a mission suitable for his rank and could help with Rain's promotion. Rain didn't hesitate and took the mission immediately. When he heard about the big reward, they immediately went to the location to start their job. When they arrived, Kanade saw a red dragon flying above. When the dragon noticed them, it immediately came down and transformed into a woman. The woman challenged them to a fight. It turned out she was the person they were looking for, named Tanya, who caused trouble on the bridge. Tanya said she wanted to fight strong opponents as part of her training. Rain and Kanade accepted the challenge since it was part of their mission. Their fight started, and Tanya immediately attacked Rain. When Tanya breathed fire on them, Kanade got angry when her tail caught fire, so she attacked Tanya too. Both were good fighters. Rain wanted to take advantage of the opportunity, so he tried to attack Tanya from behind. But Tanya stopped him, caught them both, and threw them in the air. Tanya attacked them with fire, but they avoided it. Suddenly, Rain thought of a better way to defeat Tanya. He asked Kanade to fight Tanya for at least 3 minutes while he completed his plan. It only took a few moments for Rain to see what would complete his plan. He tamed a group of birds and commanded them to attack Tanya. Tanya brushed the birds away, thinking they had no effect. But after a while, she suddenly collapsed and couldn't move. Rain told her that the birds carried poison that even affected a dragon. Because of this, Tanya decided to give up. Then Rain offered her to join them, and Tanya immediately agreed. When they returned to the guild, Rain felt lucky to have 2 women with him. But it turned out that the new girl seemed like she was going to give him a headache. Tanya also wanted to have a contract with Rain like Kanade's. Rain agreed, and they did it successfully. At this point, Rain was holding not 1 but 2 powerful creatures. Aside from that, he also had these 2 in the same room. The next day, they started working again. This was the first time the 3 of them were working together. They were given a task to remove slimes in this job. But they did not find many slimes in the area. So Rain thought that he would search from above. Then he summoned a bird and tried to transfer himself into the bird's body. When he did this, his real body also lost consciousness. At the same time, the girls got worried. But Kanade was surprised when the bird started to speak. They could not believe that Rain had been transferred to the bird's body. It turned out to be one of the characteristics of a beast tamer. The 2 were amazed that even this kind of thing could be done by him. After a while, Rain successfully found a lot of slime in a certain area. Before they all attacked the slimes, Tanya asked Rain to attack first using the fireball that he learned. When he tried it, he was surprised by how strong it was and that it eliminated lots of slimes. So Tanya explained why that happened. She said that Kanade's ability could give Rain physical strength from the cat spirit. Her ability was what gave Rain strength when it comes to magic from the dragonoids. This made Rain create a super strong fireball because it was the second strongest magical power. Because of this, he asked Tanya to teach him how to properly use the magic, and he practiced this on the slimes. After they ate, Tanya asked Rain how he learned beast taming. He answered that almost everyone who was living in their village were beast tamers. Even his parents were both beast tamers too. He said that their place was not known, but they were happy living there. Unfortunately, they also found out that the village of Rain was also gone. Knowing this, Kanade realized why Rain was not hesitating to help others. It seemed that Rain did not want others to experience the worst things that he experienced in life. The next day, they fought the monsters that belonged to the E rank. Tanya was suddenly attacked from behind by the monster. Unfortunately, Rain blocked it, but he was injured. Rain recovered quickly from it, but Tanya felt guilty about what happened. They went back to the guild, and when Rain came out, he wondered why Tanya was not there. While Tanya was alone on the bridge, she thought about Rain's advice to them to be careful. She did not listen to him because she was complacent about her strength. Rain suddenly came to her, and Tanya apologized for what happened. After that, while they were walking, they encountered Rain's former companions. Rain wanted to avoid them, but Arios, the hero, continued to speak badly of him. When Tanya answered for Rain, Arios was surprised by what he noticed on them. They couldn't believe that Rain was with a cat spirit and a dragonoid. They even thought Rain was serving the two as their slave. But Kanade answered them and said that they were the ones serving Rain. They knew that they were targeting him, and the group wanted to take him back to where they were going. They were able to make Rain agree to this because they said there was something they needed to get to defeat the Demon King in case he invaded the world. They knew Rain would agree to come to them when the world and people were on the line. But Tanya and Kanade did not agree unless they knelt before Rain to apologize for what they had done to him before. The four of them got angry about this. Then Arios approached Rain to command him to reprimand Tanya and Kanade. When Arios belittled them, Rain lost his patience and suddenly punched Arios in the face. Because of this, Arios challenged Rain to fight with them, which Rain immediately accepted. Kanade's opponent was the Bald Knight, while Tanya was against the two women, and Rain was against Arios. Kanade and the Bald Knight started to fight. The Bald Knight thought that Kanade had released everything she had, and he was about to try to show all his strength as well. But Kanade mentioned that she could probably release even half of her strength. When he heard this, he began to tremble in fear. Kanade suddenly rushed and kicked the Bald Knight, who immediately fainted. Tanya and the two women also started fighting. The two girls attacked at the same time, but Tanya just flicked them away as if she was flicking small flies. Tanya just laughed at them, which made the opponents angry. The two hadn't given up yet and attacked her once again. Tanya just repeated what she did for their attacks. No matter what attack they tried, they couldn't even hit Tanya. They did the attacks again, but they were of no use. So, Tanya decided to attack them. When the huge rocks were approaching the two, Tanya stopped her attack, but it was too late because their souls seemed to have separated from them, and the two lost consciousness. When Rain and Arios fought, Rain realized that what he expected to be a difficult fight because his opponent was a hero seemed not to be a very strong opponent, unlike when he fought against Tanya. Rain stopped his attacks and punched Arios in the stomach. Arios couldn't believe how strong the punches were. All of Rain's punches were extremely powerful, and Arios' sword couldn't even hit him. Since they'd been together for a long time, Rain already knew how Arios fought. Until Rain's kick hit his opponent, Arios suddenly used magic, and Rain fought him with it too. When Arios rushed to attack Rain again, he suddenly stopped and couldn't move. It turned out that Rain used a poisonous bee, and Arios begged in fear. Just like the two women who were with Arios, his soul also seemed to have left his body, even though he hadn't been hit yet by Rain's attack. After Arios' group was defeated in the fight, they also apologized to Rain. Then they talked about the Shield of Truth that they intended to take from the Lost Woods. Rain's group decided they would be the ones to search for it, so they immediately headed to the Lost Woods. Because they were having difficulty finding the right way, Rain used the bird again to look for the path from above. When he saw the road, he immediately returned to his body, and they started walking again. But, just like what happened to Arios' group, they were just going in circles and couldn't find the right way. Though confused, they still believed they were on the right path. Because of this, Tanya used her power to investigate their way. They continued walking until they saw a tree which, according to Tanya, was using illusionary magic. Those affected by this magic cannot leave the same place. Tanya ordered Kanade to destroy this tree, and when she was about to do it, they heard a voice that wanted them to leave the place. Suddenly, a fairy similar to Kanade and Tanya appeared. She was also a rare creature that hadn't been seen by people for 200 years. It was because they considered humans to be their mortal enemies due to humans' cruelty to nature in deforestation. Rain wanted to talk to the fairy, but she kept saying they needed to leave the forest. The fairy was about to attack them, so they immediately ran away. Tanya and Kanade planned how they would destroy the tree, but Rain still wanted to talk to the fairy first. They went back to the tree, and Rain tried to talk to the fairy again. The fairy was about to attack Rain when he told her that it was fine if she wanted to attack him if this was the way for her to trust him. Rain allowed her to do what she wanted as long as she wouldn't hurt Kanade and Tanya. The fairy attacked Rain, but she was surprised when he just accepted it, though he was hurt. When the fairy tried to attack him again, Kanade and Tanya blocked it and told the fairy that Rain was not the kind of person she was thinking. The fairy approached Rain, who introduced herself as Sora and agreed to talk to them. Rain told her about their mission, but a barrier was preventing them from entering the area. Then they learned that it was Sora who made this barrier, and she could not remove it because behind it was the abode of the fairies. They also learned that the fairies were the ones protecting the shield they were looking for. But since they could not get past the barrier to get it, Sora decided to get it and give it to them. When they were about to leave, Rain came back because he felt something was bothering Sora. Sora hesitated to tell this to Rain, but because of Kanade and Tanya's encouragement, she was forced to tell Rain about her problem. Sora informed them that she had a twin sister named Runa. The two of them were assigned to maintain the barrier in the Lost Woods, but one day they both decided to leave their vigil for a while until they encountered a monstrous disciple of the Demon King. They tried to go back, but they were chased, so they were forced to fight it. But they could not defeat it, and the monster captured Runa. It turned out to be the Shadow Knight, and Rain told them that it could not be defeated by fairies' magic, and only physical attacks could affect it. Sora added that this monster wanted her to remove the barrier in exchange for Runa's life. She quickly went to their leader for help, but he just told her to leave Runa behind. This was the consequence of their temporary departure from their post. But fortunately, their place was safe from intruders. She said, crying, that she understood their leader, but she couldn't just leave her sister alone. After hearing this, Rain promised Sora that they would save her sister. Sora said that before it got dark, she must remove the barrier, otherwise, the Shadow Knight would kill Runa. They immediately decided to go to the Shadow Knight's location and left Sora because the Shadow Knight might think that she had no intention of following his demand. When they saw him with Runa, they immediately attacked him, even though he was using the physical strength from Kanade. They still could not bring him down. The Shadow Knight immediately found out that Sora was behind the attack, so its attention turned to Runa to kill her. Fortunately, his attack was blocked by Tanya. She immediately released Runa from her chains, and they left the place. While Rain and Kanade fought the Shadow Knight out of anger, the Shadow Knight unleashed a powerful attack. Rain ordered the bees to attack the Shadow Knight, and using his contract with Kanade, he ordered her to strengthen herself. Kanade immediately felt herself getting stronger. While the Shadow Knight was still busy with the bees, Kanade immediately attacked it with a strong punch, which pierced its stomach and made it disappear. When Runa woke up, they also returned to Sora. The twin informed them that they had to leave their place. After what happened, they were worried because they didn't know much about the outside world. So Kanade offered them to come with them. They agreed, and according to the twin like Kanade and Tanya, they also needed to have a contract with Rain. They immediately tried to do it with Rain, and they did it successfully. When Rain returned to the group of Arios to give the Shield of Truth, they were surprised because it was just 2 days ago since Rain left to find the shield, and he got it easily. Arios told him that they searched for more than a week and couldn't even find it. As Rain was leaving, the Bald Knight asked him if he still wanted to return to the group. Rain rejected it right away because he said that he was already with those who really cared about him and made him happy. After that, They went to a weapon shop owned by a dwarf so Rain could buy a weapon that he could use. Suddenly, someone came in who was also looking for a weapon, and since he had a lot of money, he wanted the best that the shop owner could recommend to him. The owner took a beautiful sword which the buyer liked too and left the shop satisfied with the weapon he bought. Rain asked the owner if it was really the best weapon in the shop. Rain added that even the other weapons displayed in the store were similar based on his observation as he looked into them. The owner suddenly laughed and was amazed at him because Rain's eyes noticed it. He asked Rain why he immediately knew the quality of the weapons that he was selling. Then Rain answered that it might be because he was a beast tamer, he was used to observing anything, especially those he wanted to tame. The owner decided to make him a special weapon, but the problem was that he no longer had a material called mithril, which was the primary material to make it. So the owner, who introduced himself as Gans, made a request to the guild and told them to do the mission in order for them to obtain this material. When they arrived at the cave where the mithril could be found, they saw a bird that seemed to be acting strange. 2 men came out from the cave, so they were forced to put them to sleep using the power of Sora and Runa. They saw the contents of these men's memories. The twins saw the people stealing mithril and how they were taking it out of the cave. Before they entered the cave, Rain had a hunch that there might be a beast tamer inside because he noticed a bird was acting differently. He knew that it was possible that the thieves already knew that they were outside and were watching them using this bird. When they entered, they faced and easily defeated the other thieves except for the beast tamer who was with them. The beast tamer released the beast he commanded to fight against the group of Rain. Due to the monster's strong attacks, Rain was worried that the cave might not be able to handle it, so he ordered the girls out with the other thieves. Kanade returned to help Rain, and they planned on how to defeat the beast tamer while Rain was fighting the beast. Kanade grabbed the beast tamer. Rain took this opportunity to use his power and take control of the beast. Rain succeeded in this, but the beast tamer was still trying to command the beast. The beast went wild and was about to attack the beast tamer, so Rain was forced to kill it to save him. All the thieves they talked to said they just wanted to take revenge on Gans for giving them low-quality weapons they bought from his shop, and they wanted him to stop making weapons altogether. Gans understood this immediately and accepted his mistake because of what Rain said. He promised to treat his customers equally and improve his work even more. While they waited for the weapon that Gans would make for him, they rested and ate first. On the other hand, Arios's group was still looking for a beast tamer to join them, but they could not find one because everyone who entered did not pass Arios's qualifications. Mina noticed that Arios seemed to be too strict in the selection, even though many of those who applied were capable enough to do the job they were looking for as a beast tamer and to support their mission. When Mina came out of the room, Arios took out the ring that he was going to use to kill Rain the next day. When Rain went to the guild, he learned of the severe punishment imposed on the mithril thieves. Rain didn't like it, but there was nothing he could do about it. While Kanade and Tanya were still asleep, he took Sora and Runa for a walk. While walking back to where they were staying, a man approached them and asked the name of the twin fairies. When the twins answered, this man immediately decided that he wanted to be with the twins. This man introduced himself as Edgar, the son of the leader who ruled the area. Because the twins didn't agree to what Edgar wanted, he ordered his soldiers to surround Rain and the twins. He wanted to take the twins forcefully, so Rain didn't hesitate to protect the girls. Since they couldn't defeat Rain, they took everyone around them as hostages. Rain was hesitant to save any of them because he knew that others would be in danger. While he was thinking of a way, he suddenly felt a new kind of magic. He created several fireballs and immediately targeted Edgar's companions. He also pointed the sword at Edgar and sent him out of the place. The people he saved approached him and thanked him. When they got home, they talked about what happened. The twins said that the strong magic came from Tanya and their power, which made Rain able to control it well. They also heard from the citizens that the encounter they had was worse because it was rumored that Edgar was taking women and locking them up in the mansion while his father was using his position to silence the victims. Rain was thinking of helping the citizens to solve this problem, but it also made him think that he was not a hero and that Sora and Runa might be in danger, so it would be better if they just left the town. Kanade immediately read what Rain was thinking, and together with Tanya and the twins, they didn't agree to leave the town without solving the problems of the citizens. They knew that this was what Rain wanted to do, so they decided to stay to solve this problem. On the other hand, Edgar ordered Jill, a high official of the Order of Knights, to fix the mess he made and investigate. When Jill left, Rain rang a little bell and a fox-like girl entered. Edgar pulled and stomped on her body while the little girl could only cry. The next day, they went to the Order of Knights to request an investigation into the alleged violence that Edgar was committing. The woman there was surprised by what she heard, and the Order of Knights came to tell them that it was no longer necessary because it was just a small issue. Since there was nothing they could do at that moment, they decided to leave. They were convinced that they were the ones helping Edgar easily escape all of his cases. Suddenly, a member of the Order of Knights approached them. She introduced herself as Stella, the second leader of the Order of Knights. She said that she wanted to work with Rain to punish the town leader for his bad deeds. Rain thought twice because it might just be a trap, but Kanade was convinced that she could not see any problem with Stella, so Rain also agreed to what she offered. Since the majority of the Order of Knights had become subservient to the wishes of the leader, Rain thought of cleaning up the Order of Knights. After he got his weapon from Gans, they immediately started the plan that he prepared to punish these people. One night, when Jill and his companions entered the warehouse, they were immediately attacked until Jill was the only one left alive. Stella fought against Jill and immediately defeated him. Edgar was very angry when he found out what happened to Jill and the other Order of Knights. His anger towards his underlings led him to take it out on the female fox. Arios suddenly arrived and wanted to team up with Edgar to get rid of Rain. He handed Edgar a ring believed to be capable of killing its target. Arios wanted Edgar to do it himself and punish Rain using the ring. Stella and her companions went to Edgar's house to inspect the whole area. Kanade and Tanya were also there to help Stella. The guards didn't allow them to enter and sent other soldiers out of the mansion to fight Stella's group. They fought outside until Tanya blew up the gate of the house. Meanwhile, inside the mansion, Edgar just watched and waited for Rain. On the other hand, Rain and the twins went to rescue Edgar's victims. The twins used magic to locate the victims. Runa noticed something strange during their search. She said there was someone there with powers equal to theirs. Rain suspected this person might also be an ultimate species, so he decided to find them while the twins rescued the kidnapped victims. When Rain found the room where the person was imprisoned, he broke the lock and healed her. She introduced herself as Nina, a demigod, and hugged Rain in joy. Rain attempted to remove what Edgar put around Nina's neck, but she stopped him because it had powerful magic. Rain assured her it was fine and she should trust him. Upon closer inspection, Rain discovered it was a magic item used to subdue and control whoever wore it. It was similar to taming, so he thought he could use his ability as a beast tamer to override the control on her. It was tough at first, but Rain managed to do it and freed Nina. Meanwhile, Stella's group and the soldiers from the mansion were still fighting. The soldiers decided to take Edgar's victims as hostages, but the twins arrived suddenly and said they had already rescued the victims and they were safe. Because of this, their group continued beating the enemies without hesitation. Edgar told his father to escape first and said he would handle everything. When the girls entered the mansion, they saw Rain carrying Nina. They also saw Edgar's father trying to escape, so they immediately arrested him. Edgar came out and used the ring given by Arios. A Death Reaper appeared from the ring and attacked Rain. Arios, who was upstairs in the mansion, was happy about what happened and left, thinking Rain was dead. But he didn't know that the Death Reaper's attack didn't affect Rain. They were all surprised and amazed that Rain wasn't affected by the attack of a Death Reaper. Because of this, Runa tried to attack Rain with a poison spell, but it didn't work on him either. While their group was celebrating their victory, Edgar was disappointed that his plans didn't work out. Suddenly, the ring released dark smoke and swallowed him. Rain used his fireball to attack the black smoke, but it grew even bigger and a demon emerged from it. Rain quickly recognized the rain that had attacked their village before. The demon said it wanted to thank whoever woke it up by giving them death. But then it saw it could have fun with people far away. So, it flew out of the big house. Rain got worried because it was going towards the middle of the city to hurt the people there. Rain said it couldn't let that happen again. When the demon got to the city, it hurt the place and broke the buildings. Suddenly, Kanade attacked the demon, and it saw Rain's group far away. Tanya and the twins also attacked together, but it didn't even hurt the demon. The demon called its friends, and they ran to Rain's group. When they beat the monsters, the demon called more. Kanati tried to rush, but the demon hit her, and she couldn't dodge it. While they were helping Kanati, Tanya fought the monsters and the demon alone. The demon made a big attack and broke parts of the city. Rain used Fireball, and the twins helped with their attack. Rain told Kanati and Tanya to get stronger. Then they attacked the demon, but it didn't work, even though they used all their power. The demon called flying monsters and more monsters like before. They left to attack other villages, but the twins had an idea to save the people. While some people were ready to fight the demon again, Ario's group chose not to help. Ario said their only enemy was the Demon King. When the twins saw Stella, they asked her to help gather people so they could move them to safety. While Rain and the others followed the demon, they fought the monsters around it. The twins started moving people to safety using their powers. Some people hesitated to listen to them at first, but those who knew them and had been saved by them trusted them. Because of this, more people agreed to go to the safe place. Before they could finish moving everyone, the monsters came. Another group of adventurers, called by the guild, arrived to help Rain's group fight. With special weapons made by Gantz, they were more motivated. This made it easier for Rain's group to focus on chasing the demon. Sarah moved the people alone while Runa and Stella fought the monsters. Nina decided to help too, leaving Sora on her own. Meanwhile, Rain's group struggled to attack the demon because it was far away. Tanya suggested using instant teleportation to get closer, but they couldn't figure out how. When Nina arrived, they thought she could help because she was a demigod. Nina understood what to do, so Rain took her on the mission. When they got closer to the demon, Nina used instant teleportation, surprising the demon. Rain powered himself up and teleported in front of the demon. When he touched the enemy, he used his magic and succeeded. Because of this, he managed to control all the monsters suddenly. It turned out that Rain took control away from the demon. Rain ordered the monsters to attack the demon all at once. Because there were so many monsters, the demon couldn't fight back. Rain succeeded in defeating it, and that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it and give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss new videos. Thank you for watching.